With you the face on the wall. So far, we saw that the storyteller finds the person whom he was searching. He sees him and he follows him. When he reaches the station, the platform, he finds that he is about to leave by the 2:20 train. He is there with two ladies and a girl. Now, let's see what happens further. I hastily purchased a ticket to Folkestone, hoping that I should catch him on the boat before it sailed. But at Folkestone, he got on board before me with his friends and they disappeared into a large private saloon. Several cabins thrown into one. Evidently, he was a man of wealth. Again, I was spoiled, but I determined to cross too, feeling certain that when the voyage had begun, he would leave the ladies and come out for a stroll on the deck. I had just enough fare to Boulogne, but nothing could shake me now. I took up my position opposite to the saloon door and waited. After half an hour, the door opened and he came out, but with a little girl. My heart beat so that it seemed to shake the boat more than the propeller. There was no mistaking the face. Every line was the same. He glanced at me, moved towards the companion way for the upper deck. It was now or never, I felt. So, students, the storyteller also buys tickets and follows him. He expected that when he catches the boat, he would be able to catch him. But what happened was he got on board before the follower reaches over there and he is left behind. But his search was complete when he found that after half an hour or so, the person comes out with a little girl on board. And when the storyteller glances at him, he was stuck. Every line on the face was same as he had seen on the wall. There was not the tiniest of the difference between the two. So it was bound that he was shaken. He was taken aback, and he says that his heart beat so fast that even the boat started shaking. Now, let's see what happens further. Excuse me, I stammered. But do you mind giving me your card? I have a very important reason for wishing to communicate with you. He seemed to be astonished, as indeed well he might. But he complied. He complied with extreme deliberation. He took out his case and handed me his card, hurried on with the little girl. It was clear that he thought me a lunatic and considered it wiser to humor me than not. So, here comes the climax of the story. Now, the follower reaches there, he meets the person, he is astonished to find him, and he takes it, it's now or never. And when you take things on that level, it's now or never, or do or die, as Mahatma Gandhi said. So you're bound to succeed. And he succeeded. Daring, he went near to the person and asked, "Would you mind giving me your visiting card?" That person was astonished. He didn't know him. And yet there was a person who was asking for the visiting card. He thought must be a lunatic person. And thinking the storyteller to be a lunatic, he thought it wise not to indulge with him, and so he handed over him the visiting card. Let us see what happens further. Clutching the card, I hurried to a deserted corner of the ship and read it. My eyes dimmed, my head swam, for on it were the words, Mr. Ormond Wall, with an address at Pittsburgh, USA. I remember no more until I found myself at Bullock. There I lay in a broken condition for some weeks, and only a month ago did I return. He was silent. So now the storyteller takes the story to the climax, saying that he hands over the visiting card to the storyteller. The storyteller clutches the card and he hurried, and when he read it, he found that he was Mr. Ormond. His address was Pittsburgh, USA. Pittsburgh, USA. And the storyteller tells that apart from this, he doesn't remember anything. After that, what happened, he doesn't remember. And he found that after a month, after some time, just a month ago, he returned, and after that he becomes completely silent. The storyteller doesn't speak a single word now. He became completely silent. Now everybody was surprised. Why at all the storyteller who was telling his story so fluently, what made him silent now? How did he become चुपचाप, अचानक क्या हो गया था ऐसा? Let's find out. We looked at him and at one another and waited. All the other talk of the evening was nothing compared with the story of the little pale man. I went back. He resumed after a moment or so to Great Ormond Street and set to discover all I could about this American in whose life I had so mysteriously intervened. I wrote to Pittsburgh. I wrote to American editors. I cultivated the Society of Americans in London. But all that I could find out was that he was a millionaire with English parents who had resided in London. But where? To that question, I received no answer. Now, when the storyteller becomes completely silent, the author as well as his friends were surprised at his silence. They looked at each other. They looked at him. There was no response. But then suddenly he resumed. अचानक उसने आगे कहानी बतानी शुरू कर दी थी. After this much of silence, he resumed his story, and then he said he went back to the Great Ormond Street, और वहां पहुंचकर, याद रखिएगा अगर बच्चों को नहीं पता हो, ग्रेट ऑर्मंड स्ट्रीट लंदन में है, जबकि वो आदमी जो मिला उसका एड्रेस अमेरिका का है, यूएसए का है. आप स्टोरी में भूल मत जाइएगा. ये सारे दोस्त, ये सब लंदन इंग्लैंड के हैं, और वो आदमी जो इनको मिला है वो एक अमेरिकन है, यूएसए, वही का कार्ड मिला है. अब इसने सर्च करना शुरू किया कि आखिर ये पर्सन है कौन, मेरी जिंदगी में कैसे, या यूं कहिए सही से मैं बोलूं तो मैं इसकी जिंदगी में इंटरवीन कैसे कर रहा हूं. तो पता चलता है कि ये आदमी तो मिलियनर है, अमेरिका का सबसे अमीर लोगों में से एक है, और ये भी पता चला कि वो कुछ दिन पहले लंदन में रहता था, पर कहां, एड्रेस कहां का था, कहां रहा वो लंदन में, ये किसी को नहीं पता. पर सबने इस आदमी के बारे में जाना था, बड़ा अमीर आदमी है, लंदन में रहता है, अमेरिकन है, लंदन में रहता है, बड़ा अमीर है, ये उनको पता चल जाता है. लेकिन लंदन में कहां, इसका आंसर किसी से नहीं मिलता. आइए अब देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है. एंड सो द टाइम वेंट ऑन until yesterday morning. I had gone to bed more than usually tired and slept till late. When I woke up, the sun was streaming into the room as I always do. I looked at once at the wall on which the face is to be seen. I rubbed my eyes and sprang up in alarm. It was only faintly visible. Last night it had been as clear as ever. Almost I could hear it speak, and now it was but a ghost of itself. तो बच्चों, मैं तो कह रहा था कि क्लाइमेक्स अब आ गया, लेकिन सही देखा जाए तो क्लाइमेक्स तो अब आया है स्टोरी का. आप भी हैरान होंगे, मैं भी हैरान हूं ये कहानी यहां तक पढ़ के, कि अब अचानक ये देखते हैं, सोकर उठे, कल की बात है इनके अनुसार, और जब सोकर उठे तो धूप खिली हुई थी, आज लेट उठे ये, और अचानक क्योंकि आदत पड़ गई थी कि उसी फेस को देखने की, लेकिन आज दीवार पे वो फेस नहीं था या बिल्कुल डिम था. इट वॉज सरप्राइजिंग. Yesterday the face was as clear as ever, and night in between what happened? The face was faint. It was almost a ghost of itself. हैरानी हुई, मुझे भी हुई। सोचते रहिए, अभी नहीं बताऊंगा कहानी में आगे क्या हुआ। इस कहानी को मैं ऐसे मोड़ पर छोड़ रहा हूं ताकि आप स्वयं पढ़ें और एंड कल मुझको बताएं। So I am leaving this story here. Please read further and tell me the end of the story. Thanks for joining.